Right, on to the next gym at last. It's amazing how long we've spent here considering how little we've actually done. Yes, very tough to keep track of everything all the time. Anyway, the only member of our team that will be a bad idea to send in here is Marbleback. Everyone else should have a very solid chance to improve their score here. Given the fact that I've essentially given up on Pikachu here, I don't think electricity is going to be in the cards. Still, we should be able to reach Misty. Yeah, cute little seahorse against the massive sea serpent. Because that somehow feels like a fair fight. Yeah, definitely about as one-sided as you can get. Bit of an improvement for the poor bastard, but the shellfish doesn't have much better chances. And with that, Takanobori has graduated to ace status. Well, if she's gonna improve, we're not gonna be around to see it. Yeah, that's about what the last guy thought. But you're just another nameless trainer who happens to work under the local gym leader. Granted, from the second generation onward, even the forgettable throwaway trainers got names. Though it's hard to pay attention to those names, when we have to battle with so many trainers in any given game. So I'm not too sure what the point of that was exactly. Indeed. And I'm kinda hoping that we aren't going to be able to just sweep through Misty with Takanobori, even if the big guy deserves it, after all the training he's gone through just to get to this point. Well, it kinda shifts a bit depending on the starter I pick, but I'm sure there are some common threads. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever caught a Staryu or Starmie. I've got nothing against them, but all too often I already have a water type I'm very attached to in my team, if I ever even run into one of them in the wild. Oh, good God, Takanobori is really just gonna sweep through this entire gym! The lower trainers and the gym leader, all without going to a Pokemon Center for even the smallest bit of rest. I can't tell if that's funny or sad for Misty. Okay, so sweeping an entire gym got him to level up. Good to know. Now I'm curious if Blue Team managed to beat to Misty's pair of Pokemon with just one Mon in the field as well. I I somehow doubt we're gonna need to be level 30 in order to beat the 3rd gym, though I'm not so confident about the 4th. Considering it's supposed to be your favorite move, I'm surprised you didn't use it against us, though. That probably has something to do with the fact that we sent out a water type, and Bubble Beam wouldn't have done much damage to Takanobori anyway. Anyway, time to save, then see how Blue Team handled the same challenge. Then we get to see how Red and Blue Teams stack up against each other at this stage of the game. Of course he feels we need more Pokemon. He wants us to have all 150 in this generation. And it's not like we have the option to tell him that's not our goal. Yeah, somehow doubt I'm gonna use the TM or Ether anytime soon, so may as well send them back to home for now. Not that home means all that much around here. Okay, for some reason the cursor for the map doesn't automatically start where you are right now. It's not that big of an issue since we don't generally need it to know where we're going next, but it's still something that I occasionally like to check for the sake of it. Well, our team got through that without taking all that much damage, but it's still not a bad idea to top them off before we move on. And with that, let's see how the other team is handling Misty. At this stage, there should be a more significant difference between the two teams than back at Pewter City. For someone who claims that she's the type for an all-out offensive, she uses those X items too much. Sure, it doesn't change the fact that against both teams she doesn't have all that much of a chance against us, but still, there's one less attack she could send our way. Yeah, not much point in taking the grass type out of the fight when it's one-on-one with water. Though I could have sworn Starmie had a psychic move that would have made this a little more challenging for Venus here. Good God, lass! Brock managed to put up a better fight than you, and he's supposed to be the easiest gym leader in the game, by virtue of being the absolute first in the entire series. Ah well, at least she managed to get Venus here into yellow condition. I suppose that's worth something. Yeesh! The poor girl is just a speed bump here. Part of me wants to say that's because I spent so much damn time grinding, but the other part of me can't help noticing that one of her two Pokemon was a level above us, so we aren't absurdly over-leveled for this part of the game. At least I don't think so. Again, I prefer the look of Weeping Bell over Gloom. One looks kinda derpy but still kinda cute, while the other just looks stupid to me. I know, completely subjective, but what can you do? Oh, I know what I can do. I'm just gonna go through another bit of red versus blue here. Oh yeah, those look like two very distinctive teams that are similarly leveled here. we don't have any water moves just yet, though I'm still sure Takanobori is going to be an absolute monster. And again, there's nothing that directly counters Psychic in the first generation, so Neo should have a good chance of gaining some wins here. Not too sure which of the 6 down there needs to be all that worrying to us on top, other than the Charmeleon at the moment.
The free battle is on! The champions of tomorrow have begun their super hot battle!
Good to see you again, Kiryu. I suspect you and your team are going to give us more trouble than what Gary managed to throw at us, that's for sure. Or maybe I'm giving him too little credit.
Battle poses. Here's the first move. A decent hit. What will the trainer do now?
Apparently what we're gonna do is be unlucky at the start. Seriously, burned on the absolute first shot?
Now.
Huh. Wonder why he didn't just keep shooting embers at us.
Good hit. What's next? Yeah, it's a hit.
Well, that even exchange isn't gonna do Kohaku any favors. Still, at least it can help soften up Kiryu for whoever comes next.
Fighting poses. What's this? Boom! What'll it do? Watch the weak spot.
You're kidding me!
Neither one is conceding an inch. The combatants face each other. What now?
Right. Of course the lucky critical had to be counteracted by some more immediate bad luck.
What's next? That's a good hit. Both combatants are exhausted.
Okay, why is he suddenly faster than Kohaku now? Still, that was a pretty close way to start things off. Unfortunately, that kind of close doesn't help you with your scoreboard. Just makes it easier for the next Mon to raise their own score.
They go into battle poses. Oh, it's Raticate! This is a fight between 2 different types of Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely no surprise that Nim can easily finish off Kohaku's scraps here. Now let's see who's next up on the field.
What will the next Pokemon be? Oh, it's Whipping them!
Okay, seems we're gonna be Vine Whippin' versus Hyper Fangin' over here. Place your bets, which is superior.
Fighting poses. There's the attack.
Well, that's not doing you any favors, Nim.
A decent hit. Fireworks are flying in this battle.
Now, if only those sparks would fly around with a bit more accuracy. It's a good thing the audience isn't all that close to the field. Otherwise, there'd be some lawsuits.
Down! That didn't take much. Which
Wow.
Pokemon is
Honestly,
coming
did not see that one coming from Nim. Hyper Fang is so much more dangerous than anything else at this point that it's practically unfair.
The Pokemon are entirely different types. What now? A savage hit! What's next? Powerful strike!
Unless Nim gets lucky, it looks like Humber here is gonna beat him. For those curious, I named that Sandshrew Humber because the Humber armored car in World War II was actually pretty damn solid. Apparently the war-related name didn't give him any luck against the absolute beast. That is Nim. Honor to the rats of Nim, I say.
Oh, it's Pidgeotto! The crowd's excitement is building over this hot battle.
Really? Maniac isn't gonna go for a quick attack to try preventing another Hyper Fang from going off.
What'll it do? Good hit!
You're kidding! Again! This rat just will not go down! Ah, now he does a quick attack. Oh well, Nim's managed to take the lead on the scoreboard anyway with 24.5 wins.
What will the next Pokemon be?
All but Phyllis would probably have an easy time against Maniac, especially now that he's missing over half his health after a single strike.
How will the type difference affect battle?
Either way, Maniac's hitting the ground soon. The only question is, how soon?
What now? The attack wasn't effective. Rock throw. That one hurt.
Yeah, no surprise that Marbleback outright buried him. Someone check that poor bird's wings, because I think a few of those rocks outright punctured some important things in there.
Oh, it's Zubat.
So, going from one flying type to another. Sorry, Nocturna, but you're just another speed bump. This battle has already been decided, though I will admit, it's funny to note that a Zubat, for some reason, has more starting health than a rock type, when the bat is supposed to be a more fragile creature. But then it's not like we can see any of the other stats to know how the full tail of the tape would read out, anyway.
What's this? A decent hit! Savage attack! Smack the weak spot!
Yeah, didn't matter how much you sucked him off there, Nocturna. This was just a bad matchup for you.
Reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's Pikachu.
Remember how I gave up on having a Pikachu on Red Team in the previous clip? I don't think that Asher is going to make me regret that decision.
What'll it do?
He did 2 HP of damage. That's probably the best he can do. Little surprised that that wasn't super effective, but it doesn't change the fact that this fight is pretty much over now. Dear gods, just how much closer would this battle have been if Nim hadn't just ripped and torn his way through half of Blue Team anyway?
What's that? Oops, that's a miss. Fireworks are flying in this battle.
The fireworks stopped a while ago and the fat lady's tuning up now.
That was weak. What'll it do? Good hit.
Anyone else feeling sorry for Asher here? The little guy has guts, no doubt about it. But he isn't Ash's Pikachu, which could somehow electrocute a Geodude to unconsciousness in a single shot.
Heavy tackle. Block the weak spot.
Take a bow, little guy. You did good despite how outclassed you were. So Nim took one half of the team and Marbleback took the other. Dear God, I thought this one would have been at least a little closer. Anyway, in honor of both Asher and Toimaru, I've got a minigame in mind for the end of this clip. Yeah, this is a good way to give some respect to Pikachus even if I don't have all that much respect for them in straight-up battles in the main games. So, it's just a rapid press minigame that hopes you have relatively good reflexes. Still, good reflexes are probably a good thing to have when you're working with electric types. Most of those Pokemon are downright speed demons. As a side note, I can't help chuckling at the fact that I chose this minigame for Pikachu when the game made the only Pikachu in attendance be the guy who's going to be in 3rd place. Sure, he's not dead last, but still, this LP has not been kind to the mascot of this series. Ah well, it's all in good fun.